Started. All right, we're officially starting the presentation. Thank you everybody for taking the time of your day to sit in for the orientation event. It is very much appreciated. So to start off the session, I would like to first start with an introduction of myself, our team members, and then we can move on to the training module. Hello everyone, I'm Neha. I am the marketing manager here at �𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, and joining us in the session is Padma. She will be your trainer and mentor for the course.
Yeah.
All right. So, in today's session, as you can see, we will be discussing very briefly about 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ training program as a whole, like very briefly. And then we are going to go discuss about the course and the course components. And then we are going to discuss about the program inclusions. And then in the end, we are going to have a Q&A session as well. All right. So to begin, all right, you can see the screen, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so to begin, let's start with 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ and the training program. Now, in this session, we will discuss about the accounting job landscape and everything as well. We will get into the nitty-gritty of everything. But just to start off the session, we will begin with a short introduction of 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ first. So 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, I'll give you a very brief overview of the program and what it entails. So, to put it in short, 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ was primarily established as a company that provided ICT education and job empowerment opportunities to international candidates, much like yourselves here in Australia. So the main aim of the training is to help our candidates with a very special focus on international candidates to successfully navigate the uncharted waters of the Australian and global job landscape. And since its establishment, our main goal was and still is to help our students mainly help our students who are mainly from countries like Nepal, India, Bhutan, Bangladesh, mainly Southeast Asian countries, to not waste their time and effort in test and trial, but rather to just directly connect them to results, which is ultimately have them successfully enter the job market. And since our establishment in 2019, our training program has helped a significant number of candidates just like you successfully land entry-level jobs in the field of IT, accounting, and civil engineering. As you can see in our slide, our success rate is more than 98%. You can almost say like 100% success rate for accounting specifically. Now, let's expand a little bit about our primary goals. So one of the primary goals of 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is to help candidates just like you navigate the Australian job landscape and by default the global job landscape without wasting your time, your finances, or your energy. Our program provides a direct beeline from point A to point B. Point A being where you are, and then point B being the job. Now, I know you may come across many other institutes or online academic programs, where they throw around the word taught by experts or taught by industry veterans, but then you spend your money and you enroll and you find out that the trainer actually is not an industry expert and only provides a very basic or surface level education. Now, opposed to that, contrast that with 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, where all of our courses are developed by industry veterans who actually know the job landscape and who have been active in the corporate landscape in Australia for many, many years. So our program is devised to take care of our candidates at every single aspect in both practical training as well as behavior skills. So in other words, you can say that our training program will enable the participants or enable you to develop both the technical skills as well as behavior skills to become a very good and valuable asset to the employers or companies who are looking to hire. Now, moving on to the training program. Now, it usually is a 10 to 14 weeks training. In this case, it is 8 weeks, as the course duration of our accounting course is 8 weeks. So in essence, our training program has two major components by which it functions, as you can see on the screen. The first component is the course itself, in this case, accounting course. And then the second component is the career counseling. So how the program works, is that once you enroll, you will do the 8 weeks practical training. Like I said, Padma is your trainer, and she will cover the practical training part of the presentation after me once I finish my slides. So after you do the training, you move on to career counseling, which is, basically the meat of the entire program. So in career counseling, in practical training, obviously you are going to gain the technical skills, but the main overall aim of our program is to actually make you a good asset, and that includes behavior skills as well. So your behavior skill training is going to get covered in the career counseling session. So as you can see on the screen, in the career counseling session, we will cover your resume building elements, your cover letter building elements, your LinkedIn profile elements, and we are also going to conduct mock interview sessions and then help you with drafting professional and business emails. Because we understand that as international candidates, I think most of us here are international candidates. As international candidates here in Australia, definitely job landscape and the career marketplace is obviously different than the country we are from. It is definitely different than the job process back in Nepal or India, for example. And then, comparatively, it is much more difficult as well if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't know the correct navigations. I mean, nowadays in the era of AI, in the era of automation, in literally everything, we have to be at the forefront. But for many of us, not being from Australia, not having first-hand experiences, we can face a lot of trial and error situations, and these sort of mistakes often cost us time. It can often cost us money, which are very precious to us. We don't want to waste these things. So that is why career counseling is part of our program. It is such an important part when it comes to breaching the job landscape, because let's be honest, just having practical skills is not enough. You also have to be able to sell yourself. Everybody in some way, shape, or form is a salesperson at the end of the day. And if you don't possess at least some behavior skills, you are not going to stand out in a saturated talent pool. That is why, to make sure you are considered a good corporate asset, career counseling is one of our main unique selling points. And one of the major highlights that the career counseling component provides is that assistance will be given to you until you land the job. So in other words, there is no time limit, how long it takes, in our case, how short it takes. Until you land the job, we will be helping you. Now let's take a look at some of the, program benefits that we provide. What are some of the benefits you are going to get? So number one, let's see, live and personalized training. So what this means is, unlike pre-recorded courses on platforms like Udemy, on platforms like Skillshare, Domestika, and stuff like that, our training program offers a personalized attention and tailored learning experience. So what does this mean? This means that our trainings can, our trainer, she will be able to adopt the content and the pace to suit your individual needs and provide focused guidance based on your strengths and your weaknesses. So let's be honest, not all students will be able to learn at an equal pace. Some might need more guidance in one area, others might need more guidance in other aspects of the training. But unlike back in schools or universities, where everybody is taught and treated the same, and then it is up to the students to figure out stuff by themselves, which, as foreign candidates with English not as our first language, many of us used to face like certain level of difficulty in this regard. But with extra text training, this aspect is also taken into consideration. Like I said, personalized to suit your needs, your pace, and we are going to teach at your level of understanding. And you can also like make an argument that why not just pay for Udemy? Why not just pay for Skillshare or other online learning platforms like that? Why we should go with extra tech? I will give you the answer. One of the major backsides, if you go with Skillshare, if you go with Udemy and all these things, is that if you get stuck somewhere, for example, if you're doing the course, you get stuck somewhere, you cannot ask the trainer because there is no trainer in such a situation. You're essentially paying for a recorded video, and if you get stuck somewhere, or if the real world circumstance is different than what is said in the recorded video, then basically you're stuck. You don't have anyone to ask or clear your doubts. You have to do like all the other additional research by yourself to figure out the answers. You have to do additional research to figure out how to navigate, which again is going to waste your time, it is going to waste your money. And then on top of all of that, it is going to give you additional headache as well. But in our training program, that negative point completely eliminated. We have live sessions. Our live sessions is going to allow you to directly interact with your trainer. You can ask her questions. You can ask her, like, you can seek for clarifications immediately and then receive immediate feedback as well. So this sort of dynamic interaction is going to deepen your understanding of the subject matter, and then it is going to boost your learning process as well. And another benefit is on-the-spot problem solving. So what this means is that, you can just quickly ask questions, get immediate result. Trainer instantly, like direct interaction and communication with your trainer instantly. Not just trainer as well, even your fellow participants. If you get stuck somewhere, you can just ask, and then you're going to get help. So this sort of instant support is going to save you time and frustration, and it is also going to enable you to progress through very smoothly throughout the materials. And number two, both online and in-person attendance is available. So whether online classes are better than physical classes kind of depends on the individual preference and the specific circumstance. Like, both formats have their merits. In this case, both forms are available. So in-person attendance is available for those candidates who are in New South Wales and those who can visit our office in Hartsville. And for other candidates who want to join online, they can join online as well. So at the end of the classes, everyone is going to get recordings as well, NSW and other states. Everyone is going to get recordings, so you can do revisions as well in your own time. And number three, another one is 6 months leeway. So what this means is, if you join the course, but for whatever reason, you cannot attend the course anymore, like for example, you have to fly back home, or if you are sick maybe, or you have other obligations, whatever the reason may be, in these sorts of cases, you have the option to put your account on hold for 3 to 6 months. And then within that time frame, you can rejoin the course again without having to pay any sort of extra charges. Number four, no program limitation. So what this means is, if you join the course, but this is perhaps like one of the best benefits of the program. No program limitation means that once you join the program, you will be under 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ wings until you land the job. So this means that we'll be helping you, we'll be guiding you until you land the job, no matter how long it takes. And then finally, real-world projects. So course heavily focuses on real-world projects. Our training kind of emphasizes practical hands-on learning through real-world projects instead of heavy theoretics. Unlike schools and universities where you have to learn very in-depth theoretical subjects like history of mathematics, mathematical formulas, and like history of accountancy and bookkeeping and all these things, stuff like that. Our training program completely like eliminates all of this fluff and only focuses on the actual skills that are in demand in the job marketplace. So because of this, this is going to allow you to apply your knowledge in very simulated professional scenarios, which is going to prepare you for the challenges you will actually encounter in your career in real time. So there's no heavy focus on theoretical knowledge. Instead, our training is going to entirely focus on real-world simulated scenarios, which is going to reduce the burden of heavy theoretical learning. So basically, it's like going from one job to the next. You can see it like that, jumping from one initial job to the next. And then finally, class recording. Like I said, you'll be provided with the recording of each class so that you can revise at your pace according to your preferred time as well. All right. So now, speaking about the potential job opportunities, let's take a look at the current job landscape in Australia. So in 2025, entry-level, job market for accountancy and bookkeeping in Australia is very strong. And there is a very steady demand for graduates and early career professionals. So one of the most interesting thing is that this demand is because there is actually a shortage of workforce for accountancy in Australia. In other words, this means that, the demand is very high, but the supply is very low. And what this means is that there is an abundance of job opportunities. So Australia currently is experiencing a long-term shortage of skilled professionals in accounting and finance. And when talking about estimates, it is calculated that the country is going to need an additional 30,000 accountants over the next 3 years. So because this demand is so high, it kind of includes both accounting as well as bookkeeping roles, particularly for industries like, for example, professional services, scientific and technical fields, and obviously finance as well. There's very high demand. And as you can see, most common entry-level positions in 2025 are, graduate accountant, accounts assistant, junior bookkeepers, accounts receivable and payable clerks, payroll support, data entry officers. These sorts of roles are available across a wide range of workplaces, from small practices and mid-tier firms all the way to large corporations and public sector employers. And notably, there is like a growing demand for accountants in government and public sectors as well. So now, entry-level positions, as you can see, they are very widely available. Thousands of jobs for graduate accountants and junior bookkeepers and account assistant. They are posted regularly across major platforms like Indeed and Seek.com. As you can see, like 9,000 jobs. And this is just like recently, just 5 minutes ago, I made this presentation, and like 9,000 jobs readily available just in Seek alone. So more than 3,000 bookkeeping roles are advertised at any given time across the industry. There's regional differences, of course, like as you can see, Victoria and like Western Australia are seeking like job market growth. Queensland and South Australia are experiencing moderate slowdowns. But in New South Wales, like New South Wales kind of remains steady in terms of hiring. But obviously across the country, the demand is very, very high. So now, some entry-level accounting roles, they ask for bachelor's degree in accounting. However, many bookkeeping positions and accounting positions, especially for entry-level, they do not require a degree. And instead, what they do is they offer on-the-job training, and they also accept candidates with very basic bookkeeping knowledge. And across the board, especially like, employers, mainly what they're looking for is that they're looking for candidates who have software proficiency, especially in tools like Xero and like MYOB. And in addition to the software skills, they are also looking for someone who have soft skills, who have behavior skills, like attention to detail, those who have strong communication style. So these are considered essential rather than having a degree, essentially. Okay, and then this one, let's take a look at the salaries just quickly. So starting salaries for entry-level accounting in Australia typically kind of ranges from 55,000 to 70,000 per year, depending on the qualifications, depending on the location. And bookkeeping often starts slightly lower, but obviously it is going to increase with experience, And due to the competitive job market, many employers are actually offering very attractive benefit packages to draw recent graduates and career changers. So all of this to say, the accounting profession in Australia is projected to actually grow by 9.2% by 2026, which is a very big growth. And one of the best news is that there is a continued reliance on skilled migrants, and there is a push to onboard more graduates. So clearly there is a very like vast opportunity of career progression, especially for those who invest in upskilling, especially for those who are investing in like adapting to new technologies. And even entry-level hires like can move to more senior roles within a few years. That is why accountancy is like a very strong long-term career path. So, let me just summarize it all very quickly. Job market for entry-level accountant bookkeeping, very positive, very promising. And the sector, also offers job security, it offers career growth, and a very strong prospect for the future. So for anyone starting their career in accounting or bookkeeping in Australia, 2025 especially is going to be a year full of opportunities if you have the right mix of skills, if you have the right mix of industry awareness, and if you have the right skills in terms of adaptability, which all of this we are going to teach you in our training program. So let's take a quick look at why to choose extra tech. Obviously, like you can say that, there are tons of YouTube courses, free courses on YouTube, even not even paid, like free courses are there. Domestika courses are there, Udemy courses are there, even Skillshare courses are there. In light of all of this, why we should even bother with extra tech, which, is a valid question. I will answer this question. So as you can see, number one, curriculum created by industry veterans. Okay, bringing it all back to full circle. Our course, like I said, is designed by experienced industry professionals who actually have in-depth knowledge in the field, meaning that they are active in the field. They are active in the corporate landscape. So the main advantage is that this is going to ensure our program covers only the relevant and up-to-date topics, which is providing you with practical skills and knowledge that are in demand in the job market at present. Number two, the principal foundation of the program is to help international candidates just like you. So like I said, our program's core mission from the very beginning is to support you. Like, we acknowledge the unique challenges you are going to face in job hunting and then adapting to a new work environment. Like, obviously, international hiring process is completely different to local job hunting. Interviews, meetings, even harder. And as an international candidate, navigating all of this is going to be super difficult. So let me just give you a very quick, short story about our founder, Binod Kunwar. So Binod ji, he is the CEO of 𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, right? And then he used to tell us, when he first started in Australia, he could not get a job in the sector. Like, he gave hundreds of interviews and he didn't used to get even one call back. And then in light of all of this, he used to work in like the housekeeping sector as well. But with hard work, nothing is impossible. And right now, Binoji is a leading pioneer in the 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ Oval International Cricket Stadium construction in Nepal, along with being the CEO of 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ here in Australia. So why am I telling this story? It's because, I want our students, who are all mainly international students, some are from Nepal, some are from India, some are from Bangladesh, some are from Bhutan, mainly just Southeast Asian countries. I just want them to know that, even if things are difficult, with the right guidance, you can definitely enter the job market and earn a very lucrative salary. Our entire focus of the training is that we are going to tailor our teaching services to address the specific needs of international students and professionals. Let's see. Next one is help and guidance until you land the job. So, unlike some other like learning programs, we go above and beyond than just providing education. We offer ongoing support and guidance throughout the job search process. After you learn all the necessary skills, we will help you with like correctly answering the technical questions that Australian HR people are going to ask. We will guide you on what to say. We will guide you on how to say it, how to update your resume with AI optimization, how to brand your LinkedIn profile to make the best candidate among the pool of other candidates, how to make you stand out. Next one, great choice to build networks. So our program obviously provides networking opportunities, you interacting with instructors, interacting with mentors, and also like fellow participants. Like, building network during this course can also open doors to potential job opportunities. It can help you with collaborations and professional growth as well. Like I said, we have many graduates who did our accounting training and then landed jobs, and many of them are now in higher positions in their companies as well. So we have a very vast network of professionals who can help you. Next one, ample flexibility and cooperation. So, our program is designed to kind of like accommodate the busy schedules of our candidates. Like, we kept you in mind. Basically, you are our number one priority. So flexible learning option is available. You can balance your studies with other commitments. You can cooperate from you're going to get lots of cooperation from your instructors and support staff. And we are going to like make sure that you are going to have a very positive learning experience. So charitable causes. So how most of the other institutes are mainly for-profit. I mean, 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is also for-profit to some extent, obviously, but 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is also like very heavily involved with charitable causes, especially back in Nepal. We have been involved with donations to various local temples and community causes as well since our establishment. And one of the main through line of this is the ongoing construction of the 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ Oval International Cricket Stadium in Rupandehi in Nepal, as you can see. So you might have heard about it or read about it in the news as well, perhaps. It's been 2 years since the construction started, and 100% of the funds from our training program goes directly into this project. Now, because our students are basically, indirectly funding the project through our training, we have certain privileged ticket scheme as well, exclusively for our students when it comes to the cricket stadium. But, this is underway at the moment. So what I mean is, you will be given like certain privileged space in the future because of your contribution through the enrollment funding. So all of this to say, we are not like other institutes. This is what sets us apart. We are more than just a for-profit organization. Every single aspect of our training takes into consideration our students. It takes into consideration your benefits, and you are always going to be our priority, and charity is the next priority. So once you enroll, you will become part of this cause as well. So next one, the OG. So OG kind of stands for the original. I think many of you know. OG means original. So 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is actually the original. We are the pioneer in skill training for international candidates in Australia. And it is only after 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ that many other copycat institutions, started to pop up. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but there are other institutions out there who are actually like, they have teachers or trainers who are actually the alumni of 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ. So what I mean is, they got trained and graduated from 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, and then they went on to start their own training. So, the question is, do you want to have a trainer like Padma, who is actual industry veteran, who has years of on-hand market experience, or do you want a trainer who doesn't even have like 2 years of actual industry experience? Obviously, best choice is always going to be the original, and 𝐸𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is the original. And we have many training graduates and alums who have landed jobs after our training and who are now in senior positions as well. So if you go to our social media, like our Facebook page, our Instagram pages, and you scroll around our profile, you can see like many success stories of our students who are all like landing jobs, and they are landing entry-level positions. We have many success stories going on. And then finally, assistance with ET recruitment. So finally, we also have like a sister company as well. It's called ET Recruitment, which is a recruitment agency. So we actually have an advantage because of this, as our recruitment agency has like a very large network of employers and company networks who want to hire candidates and who have like open vacancies. So obviously, we are going to present our candidates to these open vacancies. So we will prioritize our students first. So you will have an advantage on this regard as well. So let's talk a little bit about what software or tool you will need for the classes, what we use. So we use Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is kind of like a platform that kind of provides a shared workspace where you can chat, you can collaborate on files, you can hold meetings. It's basically like WhatsApp. Before we used to use Skype, but recently Microsoft kind of is shutting down Skype, so everyone is migrating to Teams. So we will use Teams. Like, it is free to download, and then once you enroll with us, you'll be added into the dedicated Teams group chat. And then finally, AMS. So AMS stands for Academic Management System. Once you enroll in the course, you will be provided with the credentials to the Academic Management System portal from our site. And then once you log in, you can access your class recordings, you can access your materials, resources, all of those will be in the AMS. These are some of the frequently asked questions. So what we'll do is we'll have a Q&A session after the presentation is over towards the end. I mean, we will revisit the slides again later. But for now, I would like to kind of have the hand over the presentation to Padma, and she will cover the practical training part of the orientation. All right, Padma, over to you.
Okay, can you guys hear my voice?
Yes.
So can you guys see my PowerPoint? Okay, so I'm just going to describe what are the things that we're going to cover in technical class, because most of the things Neha already covered, all those career counseling things he already covered very nicely. So I'm just going to cover what we're going to do in our practical session. So everything will happen on MIOB. We're going to use MIOB software, and I'm just going to cover a little bit concept. If you're talking about the theoretical knowledge, there will not be any sort of theory. So I'm not going to give you a whole lot of theoretical knowledge. It's just like we're going to do a whole lot of practice, and we're going to learn how you're going to issue the invoice, how you're going to bill the people, how you're going to do the payroll, all sort of things in actual system software. So you actually would have hands-on experience on how to use the software, how you do those particular tasks, what the junior accountant or maybe entry-level accountant is supposed to do. So I'm just going to run through those things now. Okay. So the topic covered, we do have around 6-7 topics. Also, I'm going to take your question answer whenever you are ready, whenever you want to know something new about it, you always can bring the topic, and then we will discuss about that in class as well. So we're just going to do the basic concept of accounting, just in case if you have forgot, or maybe some people they have finished their degree long time back, and then now they don't know the much of the things like journal entries sort of things, some sort of reports. We're just going to learn what are the general concept in accounting, and then how those things work in Australia. That is just a little bit theoretical thing that we're going to do in our first session. I'm going to cover a whole lot of things on first session, and then after that, everything will be practical. So the second topic will be accounts receivable and accounts payable. So that's basically account receivables means all related with the sales, and then payable is all related with the company's purchase. And we're going to do the bank reconciliations. Whenever you do account receivable and payable, you're supposed to do the bank reconciliation to see and match the transaction, whatever you have doing into the system software is actually matched with the bank data. So that's what we're going to learn. The another one is payroll processing and tax compliance. The another one is fixed assets and depreciations. We're going to learn how you are supposed to analyze the general reports like financial statements, balance sheet, P&L, how you're supposed to do it, what are those reports actually means for the company sort of things. And there is a tax compliance for the business, that is business activity statement, that's supposed to be lodged quarterly. It is related with the GST. You're going to know how you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to lodge it. And month and year adjustment, what are the things that you're supposed to hand over to your manager whenever it comes to the month end. And lastly, last one is petty cash management. So I'm just going to go through this topic a little bit broadly. Hey, okay. So these topics all going to be, we're going to learn all those processes. What is the account receivable, payable processes in brief. And then after that, you can apply a whole lot of jobs. I have actually crop and pasted those job description sort of things from SICK to here. So these are the accounts payable roles currently available in Sydney. I haven't checked any other suburb or maybe any other state. So you can just go and check by yourself. So accounts payable, only accounts payable is 102. And there is another thing called account receivable and credit controller that is around 128. If you just wanted to go to payroll focused job, that is 197 jobs available at the moment. So if you are talking about the parents, you can see the parents there. I'm going to talk about what we're going to learn, and then what are the things that you need to know to apply that job in the next slide. So as Neha told earlier, the salary range start from 55 and then it go up to 90. It depends what sort of role you are taking over, what are the duties you're going to do there. But normally at the moment, the market rate is around 65, above 65. Only few public companies, where you go do the tax return sort of things, they will pay you around 55. But at the moment, everything is up. So maybe 65, we can say about 65. So this is the accounts payable office job. They are normally on this one. What you do is you receive all those purchase order. You're going to enter them and then maybe pay them from the system, and then maybe pay from the bank as well. That's called accounts payable officer. All you do is enter the bill into the system. So they are paying around 70 to 85, depending how well you can present yourself, what sort of knowledge you can actually bring to the company sort of thing. So pay range is around 70 to 85. You have accounts receivable officer. You're going to deal with a lot of sales. So all you do is receive the sales order from the salespeople and then issue the invoices to your customer and then ask the money, bring the money to the company. So that's the account receivable officer. They are paying around 60 to 75. So this is junior payroll officer. That means you mostly going to work around timesheet sort of things. Like you will receive the timesheet, approve them, and then enter them into the system. That's what normally junior payroll officer does. So they are paying around 70 to 75K. This is combined role where you're going to do payroll, accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll and accounts officer. That's why the pay range is a little bit higher, above 100K. So this is another payroll officer. The salary expectations, I mean, salary is not visible. Some company would like to just focus on the salary there so that people actually could apply within their range. Some people don't want to, so it's just there. So now we go through the position descriptions of accounts payable officer. So as an accounts payable officer, as I mentioned, that means you're going to deal with a lot of purchase. Whatever the purchase your company does, you're supposed to handle that sort of things. So that means you will receive the bills whenever your company makes some purchase. You're supposed to enter them into the system once it's approved. And then you're supposed to do the payment runs. And you're supposed to send the remittance advice. You're supposed to talk to the people whenever there is any sort of inquiries from the supplier sort of things. So these are the duties you're supposed to do. And then we're going to learn the whole lot of things, whatever it is mentioned here. We're going to do a whole lot of things while we do the accounts payable topic. So normally payments run mean you're supposed to receive the bill and then you're supposed to pay the bill. Processing invoice means entering those into the system. Statement reconciliation, as I already mentioned, the bank reconciliations come side by side. Settlements, handling AP mailbox, it is just the communications skills. So mainly 3-4 is technical, and then other than that, all about your communications or soft skills. So same thing, invoice processing, payment management, reconciliation, vendor and subcontractor relationship, record keeping, reporting, and compliance. Mainly the compliance issue is GST. So we're going to learn about that in brief as well. So a lot of things, whatever it is asking on the duties, we're going to learn whole thing in our topic, in our class. So the another one is accounts receivable officer. They are asking you to know at least MIOB, Microsoft Word, Outlook, it's just the email, and then MS Excel sort of things. So we're going to know whole lot of duties. So basically this means you're just going to handle the people within the account receivable team. You're supposed to issue the invoices to the customer, double check if everything is okay or not. If there is any sort of data, like there will be people who will not be paying you guys on time. So you need to follow up, chase the money, bring the money into the company, or maybe sending them the follow-up email, whole lot of things. So this is all the duties that you're supposed to do. Set up the direct debit if you are going for that sort of companies, all lot of things we're just going to know, learn whole thing in our class as well. So this is the duties we're going to, whenever you finish this accounts receivable topic, you will know all these sort of things once you finish it. So we're going to describe the whole thing in our class as well. So now we do have payroll. So normally what does payroll officer does is, if you guys do have a casual people, you will maintain their timesheet or maybe maintain their timetable, keep record the hours, pay people. If somebody is joining as a new staff, you're going to do the onboarding. If somebody is leaving your company, you're supposed to do the offboarding sort of things. So a whole lot of things we're going to know about it. And also there will be like some compliance, that's called payroll tax, PAYG tax, superannuation, leave entitlements as an Australian company is supposed to pay. If you hire somebody on a full-time and part-time basis, you're supposed to pay some sort of leave entitlements. So all sort of things, we're going to know how you're supposed to keep record, how you actually do those onboarding when somebody join. What are the things you're supposed to ask whenever somebody join your company? What are the things you need to take care before you let somebody enter the company? All sort of things we're going to know on this payroll processing topics. So once you're done payroll processing, payroll topic, then you will know all these duties by yourself. So it's pretty easier for you guys to apply those jobs. Accounts receivable officer, accounts payable officer, and payroll officer. Once you know all those three topics, then you can apply for hybrid sort of roles like accounts officer. That will be said duty in between accounts payable, account receivable, and payroll. That will be paying a little bit more, or similar as an assistant accountant. That will be also said duties in between accounts payable, receivable, and payroll processing. So if you just wanted to focus one job at a time, you can also apply just the payroll officer, accounts payable officer, and accounts receivable officer. So once you're done with our topics, there will be other topic as well, like fixed assets, all sort of things. Those are just extra topic for you guys to know. Whenever you join the company, you actually know some extra. But normally the mainly focus thing, if you need to choose like 3 or 4 skills to get the job, is accounts payable, accounts receivable. Reconciliation is mandatory because you're supposed to reconcile it, that you have done accounts payable and accounts receivable job perfectly. That just comes side by side. And payroll. Those 4 skills are mandatory, and you need to have a good communication skills, attention to detail, and then team play. So those are the soft skills you need to get the job. Okay, so now we do have potential job opportunities that Neha have already discussed. So basically accounts payable officer, that comes junior, senior, just normal accounts payable officer, similar as junior accountant, assistant accountant, payroll administrator, accounts payable specialist, accounts receivable clerk. I'm going to give you a whole lot of these job filter whenever you're going to apply the job. There is like 12 or 13 job filter that you can use to apply for those jobs. So pretty much it. Okay, so that's it from my side, you guys. We're going to use this software. Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. I think all good. Great. Okay, so we're going to use this software, and I'm going to check every single people's MIOB. Once you do the job, we're going to do side by side, and then I'm also going to check your work. So this is what we're going to do. And then I do have a materials like this. We're going to work in real time project. So this is the purple bill. We're just going to enter those sort of bills. I do have a whole lot of bills like these. I also do have a whole lot of sales order. So whenever you finish the course, you will actually know how actual accounting or finance job looks like. That's why I normally focus on the real time project, or my real time bills and then the sales orders sort of things. So you're going to do that in our first class. I guess you also have access to the free trial class if you want to. So I'm going to finish, I guess. My one is done, Neha.
All right. Thank you so much, Padma. We have some sort of like frequently asked questions that some of the candidates used to, like when they inquire us. So these are some of the frequently asked questions that we used to get. So I think we can address that right now. Like first question we get is like, is this course like suitable for someone who has no accounting background, who is not from an accounting, university background and things like that? Can they join as well?
Yes, they can. Normally for accounts receivable and payable, payroll is a little bit complicated, to be honest. Payroll, accounts payable and receivable is very, very easy job, and they don't actually look for those huge qualifications on the accounting background. As long as you can understood the things, how you're supposed to enter those things into the system, at least understood the concept, that's okay. They don't need you to have an accounting degree at all.
So like even with no background, you
No
can still
background,
join
yep, they can
and
still
get a
join it.
job.
Yep.
Yeah. So like another question usually is like do I need to have like lots of technical knowledge, prior knowledge, mathematical skills? Do I need to have that in order to join accounting? How difficult
Okay,
it is?
so not really. I guess these questions came from the people who did the bachelor and master, and then did a whole lot of those manual financial statements. Here at the moment, everything happened in the software. So all you do is whenever you enter something, you enter correctly and everything will be there. So you don't do any sort of manual math. You don't need any other technical knowledge to join the finance world, at least for the entry level. Later on, you at least need like some analysis skills, like how things work, what will happen if I manage to get the profit and loss, P&L little bit down or some sort of things. You need the analytical skills, but definitely you don't need those mathematics skills to join it. Yeah.
Another question,
Mm-hmm.
usually what we used to get was like, I kind of want to, I'm studying something else, or I
Mm-hmm.
studied something else back home, and right now I really want to enter into accounting. Like, is this something that is suitable for me to join, and will I be able to do accounting as well if I join the course?
Yeah, definitely. As I think this is the same question as like, is this course suitable for somebody with the no
Yeah.
accounting background or something? So yeah, definitely, why not? You can do that.
Yeah. I think we covered this a little bit
Yep.
as well, like state-wise job landscape. How can you like a little bit expand on that? Usually we know that in NSW it's very stable, but in other states, how is the job
So
landscape there?
okay, so it's very easy to get job in Perth at the moment compared to Sydney, because Sydney is like a lot of people compared to other state, and then it's very easy to get the job in Melbourne as well. A little bit harder if you are in regional area, and there are not much vacancies, and then already people is moving from either like big cities, they already have some sort of experience, so a little bit harder in regional areas or maybe Adelaide sort of areas, but normally for Perth, that's Western Australia. Victoria and NSW is very easy, a lot of jobs, high demands, less supply. But again, you need to have a good communication skills, I guess, to get the job. But
Yeah.
then job landscape is very big everywhere. Just to some regional area and then small cities. Other than that, you're good to go.
You told a little bit about like remote job as well, like hybrid job you were
So
saying.
hybrid job is okay. There is two different thing about the hybrid and remote. So remote job allow you to sit anywhere and then do the job. So that might include like normally for bigger company, if you heard about WPP, that's the marketing agency located in Sydney. They have hired a lot of people from Philippines, also a lot of people interstate. So they allow you to work remotely. If you got those sort of job, no problem. So hybrid is like they will ask you at least come to the office at least 3 or maybe 2 days sort of things. So if you get the remote job pretty easy, you can sit anywhere, you can get the job even in Sydney. There are not much sort of job vacancies like those, but it's not impossible to get those. So hybrid is you still need to be within the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about the average salary as
Yep.
well. Like it's like
Yep.
50 to like 100K depending on location, experience, and
Yep.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that we usually get is like, is there any sort of software that we need to get? One of the questions that was recently asked was like, I have a very basic laptop. I don't have like very advanced laptop. It's
Mm-hmm.
very basic. So like, is that enough to get the software? Will I get a problem later on because my laptop is like very basic and things like that? So can you explain a little bit on this?
Okay, so normally we use MIOB and Zero. So what I recommend is most of the people, I mean, here, if you are in Australia, they buy Mac somehow. Sometimes they manage to buy Mac. So in Mac, you cannot download all the software. That you need the what is called a Windows sort of thing. So what we do is we use our software into the website. So it's pretty easy, regardless what sort of laptop you have. You always can use just those Google Chrome and then just type MIOB, log in there. We can do a whole lot of things there. So you don't need to worry about the laptop's condition. So that will work. We're going to use MIOB software that cost you 29 for the whole, maybe 29 or $30 for the whole term. So our class going to run 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So $29 you need to spend for that software to learn about it. And we're also going to learn Zero. So Zero is free. What I'm going to do is we're going to do the whole course in MIOB. Then we're going to jump into Zero. The purpose for me to show you Zero is if you know one software, it's pretty easy to learn another software. You will know by the time you log into the system, you'll know where to go. So just trying to do those. And I guess we're also going to teach BAS somehow. Sorry, what is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to learn Excel. Excel is just a Microsoft suite sort of thing. So that's normal. We're going to learn MIOB and Zero software. BAS is another thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are some of the questions we get asked.
Normally.
From the participants, is there anyone who would like to like ask any questions or anything like that? I think we have one in.
Okay, so Daisy. let me tell you. So normally, if you wanna work in a tax firm as well, they want you to at least have a basic knowledge in Australian market, how things work. If you don't have any knowledge, anything about at all, they will not even look at your resume and call you. So you need to have at least these skills. I do have few students who got the job in taxation firm after this course. So it's all depends. But at the moment, the tax part we're going to touch is all about PAYG and BAS. If you know those, it will help. We are not going to learn about the personalized tax return sort of things because we don't have a proper system, and then we cannot have it. But once you finish this course, you will be able to apply, and then if you crack the interview, it's all about, they will not expect you to know everything. If they expect you to know everything, you're supposed to apply the senior level role, so you will get the job for sure. I do have people, I mean, we do have people who got the job in purple form after this course. Yep, you can get it.
All right. Thank you, Daisy, for the question. Is there anybody else who would like to ask any sort of questions at all regarding anything? Please don't be shy. Like,
Yeah,
you can just directly
please.
ask.
Yep, please. Or you can type in if you don't want to talk. Just type in, then I'll see.
I think like we've pretty much kind of covered like 100%
Most
of,
of the questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there are no more questions, I think like we can just kind of quickly wrap everything up.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, please go
Okay.
on. Yeah.
hi Neha, it's Mishu. I'm from Darwin.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, I finished my graduate on January this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, my actually today I attend this online session.
Yeah.
My aim is like I want to know something about software, different like uh, like you guys already mentioned about Xerox,
Mm-hmm.
Myobi,
Mm-hmm.
4 different software. I think so. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we all students who attend like online.
Mm-hmm.
So we will you guys will share with us Myobi, Xerox, and
Yep.
business automation software. Is it?
Yep. Yep. So what will happen is just like how we share the screen here. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'll show you how things
Yeah.
will work. Neha, can you? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my system, right?
Hmm.
So this is my system. What we're going to do is, this is my system. I do have a login. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your account with MIOB. You're going to open your window, right? So
All
now
right.
when we do something, and at the moment we're supposed to do the accounts payable topic, suppose. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to teach is I'm going to say, okay, please go to purchase. We need to record the bill. So I'm going to go to purchase. That means you also will go to the purchase sections, and then we'll do everything side by side. So everything will be covered. You will know, even though you attend online, you
All
will
right.
know how to use the system properly.
Okay. So I will have my own laptop.
Yeah, you will
So
have your own laptop.
the
Yeah.
agency will give us the link so I can access the MyOB app. This one, yeah, that you guys,
So
is
for
it?
this one, you need to have your own ID. As I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned, you need to pay
Mm-hmm.
$29 to get the ID by
Okay.
yourself. So you just,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like having, having the Gmail sort of things. So here you're just going to type MIOB, log in your own thing,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going to work around side by side.
So that $29, where
Yep.
should I supposed to pay? Like on your agency?
Here. No, just here in the website itself, in MIOB website
Okay, so
itself, not
I
to
will
us.
buy on my I will buy on
Yep,
myself.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So these app like these MyOB page,
Mm-hmm.
how long I can run on? Like 6 months, 1 year?
So that $29 is
Mhm.
for what they're going to do is they will give you 15 days for free. And
Okay.
another 1 month is around $29. So that means that will cover 6 weeks. But if you want to practice more, then you need to keep paying another $29 each month. A little bit expensive on here. So that $29 will cover 6 weeks, including that 15 days of free trial.
Okay. 6 weeks, 15 days plus 6 weeks,
No, yeah, total
$29.
6 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah,
total 6 weeks,
$29.
$29. Yeah.
Okay. And one more things, like
Mm-hmm.
during our placement, actually I have lots of questions, please
Yeah, that's
don't
okay.
mind it. So during our placement, our coordinator also show these app, like
Mm-hmm.
you show on the screen that MyOB.
Yeah.
But on that time I was not actually familiar. But when Padma, show us, okay, you guys you will have this link, go to the
Mm-hmm.
this app. So
Mm-hmm.
we will do software MyOB, but
Yeah.
it's included with accounts payable, accounts receivable,
Yep.
reconciliation together, is
Everything.
it?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right. So even when I apply, you guys also apply, show us the seek. When we apply for accounts receivable, accounts payable, even I don't have actually enough experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that there are requirements like, okay, you have to do this type one, but
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
So seek requirements also like that. So if we follow, like whenever you told us, okay, do that this one,
Mm-hmm.
so after 8 weeks, if I
Yep.
follow properly on your instruction,
Mm-hmm.
uh what do you think, like as the experience you are, like we will do apply like next job,
So the
so I
main
can do.
purpose of joining this job training program is
Mm-hmm.
to know all those job duties that have mentioned in the SICK website when you try to apply for the job. That's the main purpose of joining this job training program, because you already know, at least you know what is accounts payable. I guess at least you know the concept, but you don't know how you're actually supposed to do it. So when you go to the SICK website, it does say, okay, you're supposed to process the invoice. So we will learn how you actually going to process the invoice, how you're actually supposed to pay those invoices from the system. Once you pay, what you're supposed to do, what are the GST implications on that particular invoice, and then how you do the batch payment sort of things. So you will learn whole lot of whatever the job duties that is mentioned on that accounts payable job title in SICK, you will know in our class. Once you know in our class, when you apply for the job, you will know. And then whenever they will ask you some question, you will be able to answer. That's the reason why you will get the job after you finish this job training program.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And one more things, like
Mm-hmm.
when I will do prepare my resume,
Mm-hmm.
so how should I, mention? Okay, I have some experience, not like practical experience. I
Mm-hmm.
did some lesson like my OB
So we
accounts
do have a
receivable.
proper
Mm-hmm.
proper format of resume that includes
Mm-hmm.
your career summary or maybe professional summary that we say. There you're going to mention what are the things you have learned, what are the things
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we also do have another category that's called skills, and then you're also going to mention all your skills that you know by now. Suppose if once you've done all those sort of things, you will know payroll processing, you will know uh the depreciation sort of things, you will know fixed assets management. You're going to mention all those skills there, and
Mm-hmm.
then whenever you apply for the jobs, your those skills plus whatever that duty is asking, if they align with each other, your
Mm-hmm.
resume will get picked up, and and then you will get the call. So that's how we're going to help you to build your resume as well.
Okay, so you
We'll help you
also.
to we'll
Okay.
help you with preparing your resume.
Yeah. So MyOB as well like Xerox
Zero.
also.
Yep, yep.
So is it that Xerox is free? The
Yeah,
Xerox one,
Xerox
not
is
like
free.
MyOB.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the 1 month is free. So once you
Mm-hmm.
know the MIOB, Xerox, you will know how to use it. So in Xerox, we're not going to do the full course. We're just going to pick
Okay.
like one invoice, one sort of payroll sort of things, and then one accounts receivable thing. Not going to do
Mm-hmm.
the whole course. So yeah.
So our if we do follow this
Mm-hmm.
course, so first one it will be MyOB,
Yep.
then Xerox.
Yep.
And what about business automation software? Actually,
So
I don't
business
know.
automation software is BAS. So
Hmm.
this is not actual software. It's just the function and then report that you're supposed to lodge it at the end of the 3 month, every single 3 month, whenever your company is registered for the GST. That's a different thing.
Oh, and the Excel, like.
Excel is just the Excel. It's not the software itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like Word, PowerPoint, and then Excel sort of thing. So yeah.
So you guys also will have give some
Yep.
class about
Yep.
Excel.
Excel. Yeah, because you need to learn about the formulas.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do those sort of things. Yep. On
Okay. Yeah.
Excel as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Padma, for
No
information.
worries. Hi, Dimple. Yes, please.
Um,
Yes, yes, Dimple. Possible, but you need to have what is it called? You need to have, what is it called? You need to have a passion for it. You're supposed to, take some time of yours and then focus on the things, you will get the job. We do have people who is around 40 years old getting the job. So they have their own reasons. Normally before people, okay, in Australia, I'll explain the situations. I do have 3 or 4 people who are manager in Woolworth, and then they later on they realize, okay, this is not the job. I should focus on whatever I actually did. So they came back to us, and then we did a whole lot of things. Then they got the job as a junior or maybe just the entry level accountant. So they have their own reasons, like, okay, the accounting didn't provide you the PR, so they been to the safe or maybe cookery sort of things, and then later on they wanted to focus on their own field. So they have got the job. You will also get the job, but it's just your determination that will make it happen.
And Padma, can I have a question, please?
Yes, please.
So you mentioned that you guys also help us to build
Mm-hmm.
the resume. How, okay. So is there anything, can we get any reference? Okay, I did this course through this online, or anything we can mention or not? Like,
If you want to, they can issue you the certificate, like, okay, you have done this, but it
Mhm.
depends. Either if you want it, they will do it, but it's not really necessary to mention that you have done this sort of things. So it's
All
up to
right.
you. If you want to, they will pass it to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, who is iPhone 11 Pro Max? Okay, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Sorry, it's me?
No, iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Okay.
Advik. Hi, Advik. Okay, so any other questions, you guys? Certification, whenever it comes to entry level job, they will not ask you any sort of certifications, but if you want to, yeah, certifications will be there.
Yeah, like we'll provide the certification. If you
Certification,
ask,
yep,
we can
yep,
give it to you from Extra Tech.
yep.
Any other questions, anyone? So if there are not more questions, we'll kind
Yep,
of just
we
move
can
on.
wrap it up.
Yeah. So as you can see, our classes are going to be starting from August 5th, very soon. And our available slot is Monday, Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Like I said, face-to-face is available for those who are in New South Wales who can visit our office in Hertzville. They can come. Others who want to do it online, they can do it online as well in other states and territories.
Yeah,
So
and then there will be not any difference even if you attend the face-to-face and then the online, so you can like freely join. You don't need to have any sort of doubt if you are interstate.
yeah. So yeah, basically, like if you have any further questions or queries, definitely you can just like give us a call at any time. These are our number. This is the Sydney number. We have branches in Canberra, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane as well. So
Also
like
have
you
any
can,
queries, right?
yeah, you can just contact us at any time. You can shoot us an email as well at info@extratext.com.au. I think we have sent our accounting curriculum to everyone, but if you haven't got the curriculum, you can just email us and we will send you the curriculum as well. You can call us at any time as well for any further queries, any sort of questions you have. You can just reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you at any time. Yeah, class is starting very soon. Hope everybody, hope to see everyone at the class. Yeah. If there are no more questions, I think we can wrap it up as well. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you. Thank you,
everybody.
guys.
Thank
Bye.
you so much for joining, taking the time of your day to sit in for the orientation event. We hope we have answered all of your queries and questions. And yeah, hope to see you all in the class. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night.